This is the worst thing I've ever seen in my life.
Our elected representatives are on the front lines of making the decisions about the war we're waging against terrorism and about rebuilding New York. And there is nothing like it. We don't want anyone to feel in a week or two or a month that the enormity of this somehow can be gotten over. We can keep going, and we will.
Waiting for the snow to fall, a cloudy angel wept. And while the world was frenzied by my fate, I overslept. Hold your breath, these acts are frozen and embraced with the gut-twisting feeling of a black and white mosaic. Today, Manhattan burning summer leaves without a trace. Besides a cloud of smoke and sour smell in outer space. Without a face, I hate you. Today I was instructed how to hate, but then remembered how to pray too. I kneel enforcing 9 commandments, scratch one and let it sleep on the crescent moon like a hammock. Align the sky with fireflies and crooked-eyed soldiers. The morning dew is fiercer while the bushes iced over. The cushions lie holding souls of man-made ghosts. Cascades of darkness keep the lampshades close. Crickets even whisper for September the 11th. I eavesdrop and hope to hear footsteps from heaven. When moonlight French kisses the Manhattan midnight, there's not a face without a teardrop that's in sight. Midnights in Manhattan keep me dreaming. I caught a dream by the tail, I think I'm gonna keep it. When moonlight French kisses the Manhattan midnight, there's not a face without a teardrop that's in sight. Midnights in Manhattan keep me dreaming. I caught a dream by the tail. This is the first time I've ever hated something through the night. The first time I've ever loved this country in my life. Hibernate for days and leave the nest to touch rain. Stretch across the world and fill my bib with bloodstains. Talking to the icicles hanging from the clouds. Purple moon dust vapor strangle for the proud. I'm dyslexic reading minds of those computed. Who saw an angel kissed urban rose and chose to shoot it. Notes for students of the Blitzkrieg polished torture. I got a heart for you that grows inside my olive orchard. I understand a lot of spirits are remote control. Misled youth who grew with charred and broken souls. Damn, I'm speechless, dreaming of the somber sandy beaches. Where I can drift away from suits and ties repairing demons. Where I can fly from corporate crashed and buried kingdoms. And hold my hand to God but do more than barely reach him. When moonlight French kisses the Manhattan midnight, there's not a face without a teardrop that's in sight. Midnights in Manhattan keep me dreaming. I caught a dream by the tail, I think I'm gonna keep it. When moonlight French kisses the Manhattan midnight, there's not a face without a teardrop that's in sight. Midnights in Manhattan keep me dreaming. I caught a dream by the tail. Blow a kiss to the rain clouds while I rest in bed. If I give blood now, I might have less to shed. If I shed blood proud, is my spirit in agreement? Would I be dying for a reason that I do agree with? Freedom is a teardrop with legs like a centipede that walks out of God's eyes when I fight or sit and bleed. I could sit stone cold and panic and stride, planet inside to hide away until the planets collide. Of course, I grab my sleeping pillow and creep distilled to eat a still life self-reflecting weeping willow. This is not the time for music, it's not the time for movement. It's not the time for pushing all the people I'm unglued with. It's not the time for bursts of glory. It's not the time for purgatory. It's not the time for murder stories. It's not the time for keeping peace or cleaning your knives. It's the time to figure out the meaning of life, and that's when moonlight French kisses the Manhattan midnight. There's not a face without a teardrop that's in sight. Midnights in Manhattan keep me dreaming. I caught a dream by the tail, I think I'm gonna keep it. When moonlight French kisses the Manhattan midnight, there's not a face without a teardrop that's in sight. Midnights in Manhattan keep me dreaming. I caught a dream by the tail, I'ma definitely keep